This is every food item in Minecraft, and I am tired of people arguing about which is the best. So I want to automate all of them, because when you have infinite sweet berries, they're just as good as steak. But making farms for every food item in Minecraft is a colossal task, so I'm not doing it alone.
My name is Audrey, and I haven't played Minecraft in 5 years, but I'm ready to make 42 auto food farms.
But before we do any of that, this is a new world, so we kind of got to get some resources. Audrey, look.
Huh?
Our first apple, our first piece of food.
Oh.
Ironically, we're going to have to do a lot of manual food acquisition to pull this off.
I've marked a tree by placing peony on top. That's where a beehive is.
Oh, I see the peony. I see the beacon of bees.
Oh, good.
Oh, there's the village.
Let's steal their resources that they've worked so hard to earn. This isn't good. Help.
Don't run at the skeleton.
Ah!
What was your strategy? Run at the skeleton.
Yeah, that's correct.
All right, let's see. Which of these houses has a creeper outside its door?
On the
there
edge.
it is. I see it.
Hey.
There's 3 villagers in this one house. Why are there 3 villagers in this single house and only 1 bed? Ooh, found potatoes, carrots, beetroot. We need a big flat place.
Oh, we could take up the space between the 2 villages.
Yeah, why not? Okay. Home, sweet preliminary home. Ooh. Good find. Ow. Ow, they do a lot of damage. It shot the bat!
Did it?
You can hear it.
Oh my god. Ah.
There's actually 2 of them. Oh my god. That's
wait.
not good.
So you can join me?
Regular stone diamond. Yeah. Oh, I'm feeling rich already. Look at that.
Oh no. End city.
End city?
Yeah. No.
Ancient city?
Ancient city.
Like the one with the warden?
Yeah.
From the Bible? That's sick. Go explore it, actually.
No.
Yeah.
I'll die.
The spirit of adventure.
It's got the devil from the Bible.
Mobs don't spawn in it.
Oh, I'm scared. The warden spawns in it. It's blinking.
Wait, the world is blinking?
Yeah.
Run.
Will it leave the end city?
Yeah. But if you're far enough away, it won't get you.
I can't see anything.
It does do that. Do you hear like a...
No.
I think you're
It
good.
stopped blinking.
Okay, that's good.
Do I try again?
She try again. I want to come with you. Oh, that is ominous to behold in survival mode. I won't lie. Okay, so there's a skulk sensor right here. And shriekers are about. That's a shrieker. Okay, that's 1. Nope. Nope. Maybe that was just a
Behind you,
warning.
skeleton.
Ouch. Maybe that was just a warning shot.
I don't think it was. I want to get at it. I
want to go down there so
Okay,
bad.
hold on. Before you do that, look over here with me.
Oh, God. We have a way down. Truth is, if the warden spawns, the only way out
Is
to
up.
swim up this thing, and he will beam us to death. I have an idea.
No. What are you doing? Wait, I'm
Audrey,
yeah.
it's the principle of the matter here. I like this 0. Oh, I found a chest. Okay, I think I can... Yeah, I can place a wool. Wool is the only safe block. You think this is an honorable place where I will find many treasures? Oh, God, there's so many chests here, but there's so many shriekers. This should... I am freaked out legitimately right now. Yes, I got it. And I found diamond horse armor and a bunch of worthless books. Awesome. Glad I risked my life for that. I want to find like 1 more chest. Oh, I found one. This chest is my final challenge. Ooh, protection leggings. A skeleton head. This is a good souvenir. Gotta grab it nice and quiet. Come here, miss. Oh! He's here. He's sniffing. His heart, it's beating. I can't see. Shh. Okay. Please don't tell the warden where I am. Please don't tell the warden where I am. That sounds like a bad sound.
Yep, it do. You good? You good?
But I got a skeleton head. Check it out.
Go get your chest.
Look at me. I'm Bonesy the Awesome. I cannot believe I actually survived that.
Yeah, me either.
We're alive.
Hey, that looks great.
We need a name.
Louisa.
All right, Louisa, your new home.
Why are you hitting me?
What do you mean? I'm in the chest. I'm organizing. Maybe I can see you all the way down your hallway with the zoom mod. Turn and face me.
Oh, hi.
The second you looked at me, there was a cave sound. Diamond.
Oh my gosh.
Ah!
Oh,
Sorry, I
wow.
sneezed over your great achievement.
You really did.
Diamonds. Oh! He hit a 360 on me. Ready for the first toss?
I think so.
That way.
If you want to...
I found it. Oh my God.
Really?
Whoa, I just dug right into it. Portal.
Oh, really?
There's only one eye.
Are we one short?
Yep. Oh my God, I made it. I made it home. dead. And there's the portal. Nice and fast and quick and done. Clunk. Y'all know how it goes.
This is such a gorgeous animation. Elytra and tools? Check. It's time to talk about how we're actually going to farm all 42 food items. You see, our world is special. It has the power of spin granted by the crate mod, so we'll be using it to make all of our delicious food farms.
In honor of the spin, we're going to be building a massive stone circle that'll house the food farms along its edge, from easiest to hardest to build. That way, we can run a train around the center that'll pick up all of our food and deliver it right to us. Just like the sponsor of today's video, HelloFresh, delivers fresh food right to your doorstep. And I can read out the talking points they gave me, or I can be honest and say that they sent me a free box for Audrey and I to try while working on this video, and we have used their service ever since. Literally, the entire time we were working on this video, we were taking HelloFresh breaks to cook and enjoy their delicious meals. So take it from me, their chicken and waffles with red pepper butter was absolutely delicious. We even ordered it again, and it's gonna be dinner tonight. We love the easy to follow instructions printed right on the back of the title card, and they had so many options and made food prep so easy so Audrey and I could just focus on content creation and getting these videos to you guys. No more food paralysis staring into your refrigerator trying to figure out what to eat. They have so many meal options and all of them are delicious. One week we forgot to pick our meals, so they sent us random ones and all 3 of them were delicious. We didn't even choose them. And when you sign up, you're gonna get free appetizers for life. Choose the raspberry cheesecake, they're so good. All of our boxes have arrived fresh and on time, so our meals are always delicious and we never have to skip them. Click the link in the description or use my code to get 10 free meals plus free appetizers for life. 1 appetizer item per box while subscription is active if in the US. Outside the US, the local discount will apply. And thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to Block Game. First things first, we need to get the large platform built, since that's where all of our machines are going to be ending up, which was a bigger job than we were expecting, since we had to clear a small hill with no beacon, and building over the river became a bigger project as well, and it would only get worse from here.
Outline's done!
Mined up about this amount of stone, so let's see how far that gets us. That much. Which is not a lot.
And it's untextured.
Yeah, I think we're gonna need a beacon.
We logged off for the night, knowing the next step was to mine as much iron as we would need for a beacon. And Joseph wanted to make sure I'd feel so welcome when I logged onto the server the next day. How did you like remembered where I logged out to put me in a box?
Yeah. Welcome parties aside, it was time to begin the iron grind. So I hit up the highest stony peaks I could and got to pickaxing.
I think we pushed it a little too hard there, bud.
Yeah, maybe. Tear it down.
Yes, sir. Does he even this is gonna hurt? Oh, I missed.
You nard! This is a load of iron to smelt, but thankfully Create isn't just good at farming food, it can cook. But in order to do that, I have to use a mechanical press to turn iron into iron sheets so that we can craft everything we need for an encased fan. You wouldn't know it, but this thing is Minecraft's fastest super smelter. All I have to do now is place lava in front of the fan, toss my items right on the ground, and give the fan a little bit of rotation. Bulk blasting, baby. But smelting isn't the only thing it can do. But we're gonna talk about that a little bit later, so stick around. And if you think that's impressive, just wait until I turn this fan into a wizard. But that's for later. Now that we have enough iron to build the base of the beacon, we need some wither skulls, so we all know what time it is. Let's go gambling!
Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it.
I'm gonna get the soul sand.
That's what happened to me last time, where the creeper got close but didn't actually blow me up.
Ah! Whoa! Where did you come from, you freak? First the creeper and then this guy?
That wasn't even a minute apart!
Ah! Summon the wither.
Yeah, you did. Go get him.
Further back, it explodes. Beat him up, gold star, gold star!
This was super exciting for me because I'd never built a beacon before, or gotten to mine with haste too. Bow.
Wow. Isn't that fun?
There is nothing that is considered sacred in this moment. My
Nope.
pickaxe will eat everything.
After Diadi the World Eater's wrath, we had plenty of stone to build our giant platform out of, and remember how I said building it over water was a mistake? Yeah. Falling into it was one thing, but the drowned farm we created was criminal, but it did have some benefits.
Got him.
You got that trident! Ah! We actually really need that. Actually,
crazy.
Huge. It's actually huge. He shot backwards. Save me! Get him!
Oh!
A second trident! Oliver Cat on the platform. Got him!
Oh.
Oliver! With the platform finished, we can finally get into making the easiest of the farms. But our nearest war motion is thousands of blocks away, so we're doing some nether roof shenanigans. Oh yeah, you're not supposed to be here. There we are. Sea pickles. With the sea pickles, I can make a millstone, attach that to rotational force, and chuck them in. Embrace the grind. And that doubles our sea pickles into lime dye, which we need for the slime, and you'll see why in just a minute. First, I need some wheat, and then grind that up too. That gives us wheat flour. We can process that in our bulk fan. Not blasting though, that'll just burn it up. If we replace the lava with water, we get a washing. We can turn the wheat flour into dough, like that. And now dough combined with lime dye is slime. Boom, growable slime. And now we can get to making those farms, because we can make super glue. Let's start with the carrot farm. This is actually gonna start like any other farm you're familiar with. The only difference is we're not filling in the corners. Boop, and make sure to till everything. Now this is where we get into the create mob. I'm gonna place a row of wool across the center like this, and use the super glue to attach it all together. In the center, I'll put a windmill bearing facing downwards, and we're gonna check the rotation of it. All right, I want it to go in a different direction, so I'm gonna flip it so it turns that way. Now I can take these mechanical harvesters that Audrey made me and set them down in a line like that. And finally, I'll throw some storage down, as well as a storage interface to be able to move it off later, but not in that direction. Like that. And make sure to glue it all together. And actually, that's it. We have a spinning farm contraption. I'll plant down the carrots as it goes, but as they grow up, those harvesters are going to roll over the finished carrots and harvest them into this chest. And then later on, we can use the storage interface to move them wherever we want. In fact, why don't I show you guys with bone meal how this thing works. I'll grow up that carrot, and as the harvesters roll over it, you'll see it harvests right into the chest, and it replants the excess. Well, that's one of the easy farms done.
We did that same thing for beetroot, carrots, sweet berries, and potatoes. I do love watching them spin, but don't you think they look so lonely? We're gonna go make their medium difficulty brothers and sisters. Give them some company. Not only are there way more food items in this tier, but we need better item sorting capabilities, and that requires Create's highest tier metal, brass. In real life, brass is a mix of copper and zinc, and it is in block game too, but the equipment we have isn't up to the job. We need something stronger. A Create mod component powerful enough to mix brass must be heated, so we're going to employ some fiery friends from the nether to do the job. Hello gentlemen, we offer full dental, thank you so much. You're gonna have the PTO of your dreams, sir. Or madam, I'm sorry. Welcome to the team. Aw, poor guy. I just set him up for his first day and he already looks tired. Did you skip breakfast, Mr. Blase? That's alright, I have some coal. Yeah, that always perks me up in the morning too. So what are we gonna do with the brass? We can now filter items, lane split with belts, use wireless redstone, and brass unlocks the most powerful item in Create mod, the hand. Deployers can grab items, kill mobs, make babies, do your taxes. Sorry, not that last one. But they can do the next best thing for you. Fish! No polar bears, no guardians, just some brass for a deployer and redstone. I used a tutorial by Lil Mayu, which got me the base of this farm, which was completely vanilla except for the deployer holding the fishing rod. I did have to design the storage and routing by myself, with Joseph not involved at all. Hey, Joseph, what are you doing here? Oh, I need 7 paths. And I should probably add another deployer with a fishing rod to speed things up. Yeah, okay, on it. But first, fish break? I really enjoy these moments with you, you know, the peace, the tranquility. Okay, back to work. With 6 belts, 6 brass funnels, and 7 brass tunnels to store everything into their chests, we're done. Clearly the local village saw how bountiful my fish were, because then we got to welcome a new addition to the family. Say hi to Callie in the comments. But one thing deployers can't do is kelp. We need to completely submerge our spinning harvester this time so the kelp can grow up. And then we'll throw 2 storage interfaces into the mix. One goes on the harvester, and then one goes in the air outside, and when they're looking at each other, they'll kiss and transfer the items from one to the other. I'm dumping the kelp onto the floor, and then I use an encased fan blowing on a campfire, which smokes the soggy kelp and pushes it around until it becomes dried kelp. And a filtered brass funnel makes sure only dried kelp goes into the chest. And there we go! Up! I can't express to you how useful this is going to be for all the belts we're gonna have to make.
Next on our list of farms is the melon, which shakes things up a bit. Harvesters can't pick them up, but saws can. So I decided to shake things up a little bit more and use a gantry carriage instead of a bearing. But those require a clever little redstone setup in order to get moving back and forth. And with the saws glued to the sides of the machine and the melon stalks all grown up, it was time to get hype about melons. They kiss, someone moves to storage. Watch, the redstone links. Redstone Link's kiss. It goes back. Ah!
Put a reverse.
Now, glowberries are interesting and require us to upgrade one of our current easy farms, the sweetberry farm. By using these brass tunnels, I can set them to round robin their items so that things will be split fairly evenly between the two belts. One, I'll run into a chest to keep the sweetberries, but the other gets a fan and a soul campfire for the haunting effect that'll turn sweetberries into glowberries. We can also do the same thing for baked potatoes, but using a campfire instead of a soul campfire to actually cook them. I lost the footage of it though, so that's where I'm here. Want to see Audrey attempt a trick shot? That's 2 out of 2 on her dying fall damage. Next up's the apple farm, which I lost the footage of, so enjoy some replay mod. Tree farms are like spinning farms, but they're cooler. Instead of harvesters, they use saws that can fell entire trees at once, but then we have the issue that the saws don't replant the trees. So once the tree is cut, it needs to be replanted, which we can use deployers for. These guys can place blocks, and I filter them to always place saplings, so that as long as the tree farm runs, they can use the saplings if the trees drop to replant them. And it's kind of not as simple as that. As long as you're forming oak trees, you're getting apples. And infinite wood is a nice byproduct. Coming in with another farm upgrade, we have beetroot stew, where I can actually use the same splitting technique from before to split some of our beetroot into a mechanical mixer that combines it with bowls to make us infinite beetroot stew. It's not good food, but it's infinite food, right? This farm took a little bit more finesse though, because we do have to trash the seeds to make sure the storage doesn't fill up. And if you thought we were automating bowls, come on, who needs infinite bowls, okay? We're just using a chest and a hopper. Automatic beetroot soup. Oh, wow. Moving on to the last and hardest of the medium farms, it's bread, actually. Create gives us a more efficient bread recipe, but it involves crushing down wheat into flour, then using a washing setup to turn the flour into dough, and then a smelting setup to turn the dough into bread. I challenged myself to make it pretty compact, and with an egregious amount of belts, brass tunnels, and hoppers, I was able to make a system that trashes all the seeds and processes all the wheat down into bread, and honestly, looks really cool. That is the bread farm done.
Eee.
Woo! Not bad at all.
Did you guys like meeting our employees of the month, Mr. Blase and Mrs. Deployer? I definitely did, and they are going to shine in this next hard difficulty tier of farms, which I am so excited for because these include some of the best food in the game and the most complicated farms we've done yet. We're gonna somehow need to make a gold farm on this platform, and because this tier houses every single meat cooked in raw, we're gonna have to play Noah and go find 2 of every animal. I've never tried to drag rabbits across the transatlantic ocean, but I think it would go something like this.
I have to somehow get rabbits from... Wait, this is a mesa. If I know my Minecraft, and I think I do, I don't think rablets spawn in the mesa biome. Surely there's a desert nearby. Unless this is God's largest mesa ever. Oh my god, this thing is huge, actually. Oh, rabbits! Okay. Here, little rabbits. Lead, get over here. Okay, it looks like I can just full throttle it with the rabbits and they'll be fine. Now I just have to become unlost. Is that the portal? Wait, yes! Hey, these guys weren't so bad to transport. This is gonna be easy. Hard cut to all the rabbits dying. No! Get out of the bushes! No!
Oh, you brought him by the cherry bushes?
No! Come on, babies. Please get away from the bushes.
Why
No, don't go up there. Okay. I killed their mom. She was a single rabbit mom and I killed her. I'm sorry, baby rabbits. Not that their life is going to get much. They're going to die, aren't they? You guys will be the oldest entities in the entity cram. You're going to die. One of you is a good rabbit. One of you is a bad rabbit.
You killed their mother in front of them.
Their mother killed her son. Nice. I thought that would be way more painful. With rabbits in their tube, Audrey got to herding some pigs into theirs, but it was getting pretty late at night, so I think she and I were getting a bit testy.
Did you take all my deployers?
Maybe.
You can give them back.
Why?
Or put that one up there. Make my life easier. You gave me 1. I know I made 5. You gave me 1. 1's there. You should have 3 more in your inventory. There we go.
Why can't I work on the farms too?
You can, but you weren't.
Wow. I am working. I'm doing it right now.
Okay, well, they're in the shulker.
I'm observably working on the farms.
They're in the shulker. Don't put every single one into...
Domestic!
You can't just yell domestic.
Now's probably a good time, though, to explain how all this actually works. It starts with a standard spinning carrot farm contraption, which we put together between the pigs and the rabbits that'll offload into the deployers hanging over the animals, and the deployers will right-click on the animals with the carrots, breeding them. And since the animals are in a one-block space, they'll eventually start to entity cram, dropping their loot into a hopper below. And it was the same way for cows, sheep, and chickens, just with wheat, and this is what it all looked like when it was finished.
Chocolate chip cookie farm here is pretty simple, all things considered. The wheat portion of it uses the same redstone signaler and receiver setup. And as for the cocoa beans, we did just about the same thing, but vertical. Using a cart assembler, we made a contraption of harvesters that would run along the logs and snip the cocoa beans off the stems. This thing can pick up some speed too, it's pretty fun to watch. Both wheat and beans were rooted into an autocrafter, and because so few wheat is needed for this recipe, this farm moves pretty fast despite how slow wheat grows, and it's very scrumptious.
And after a brief intermission from dealing with mob AI, it fell to me to breed some bees. So began the standard nether-based bee chamber to avoid letting these workers sleep. Remember the dirt beacon from the beginning? Well, I made sure to buzz on over to grab the hive that my honey marked for me. I also showed a skeleton the sting while nabbing some more hives. Oh yeah, we're doing this. Enjoy the sped up B-roll of the breeding process and shed some tears as I unbelievably get bit in the behind after beating my bees. Oh, sorry. Something in my throat there. Well, with a ton of bees, I was just buzzing to watch the honey farm come together. Using create pipes, I could suck the honey straight out of the hives and use a spout to fill up the bottles automatically. And my baby came over to make it even more beautiful than before. Okay, bee puns are over. I'll buzz off.
I was really excited to do the pumpkin pie farm. I started at the end with this one. Everything is going to get shoved into a basin and mixer, which I was calling the KitchenAid while working on it. This was my most complex project yet. It requires 3 farms to get rooted into the mixer. Sugarcane that gets crushed with a millstone, pumpkins harvested with the gantry just like Joseph's melon farm, and eggs. Joseph helped me with the redstone to get the gantry to move back and forth, because I didn't listen the first time he explained it, and he also did me the honor of flinging a bunch of eggs into their enclosure for me. With this farm being powered and filtered, I got to watch it make me delicious automatic pumpkin pie, just like Mama used to make.
Next up was a mushroom stew farm, which needs some mushrooms. So hopefully I do better with them than I did the rabbits. Mushroom Island! Absolutely dragging these mushrooms behind me. Mushrooms, mushrooms, my favorite passive mob. I think the cows are looking at these things like, what the hell? Because cows have pupils and like whites of their eyes, but moblooms don't. Yeah! Just a creeper. Just 3 creepers. Mushrooms, run! Skeletons look at each other. No! Don't hit my goddamn mushrooms! Little baby mushroom coming into the pen, capturing a mushroom, putting him in a pen. Hey pigs, do you want to know what death is like? No! Light up your farm! I'm not taking him through the cherry bushes this time. No, don't go there. Don't go there. Ah! Oh, I'm on fire, not him. Never mind. Oh, Mr. Shroom, attaboy. Yeah, whoa, what a good shroom you are. Alright, the mushroom now feels more at home. Yeah, the hard part of mushroom stew is actually getting the mushy boys. The actual farm is as simple as a deployer with a bowl facing the mushroom. Deployers simulate right clicks, so it'll milk the mushroom forever. What a fate. Yeah, baby, mushroom stew! We're stewing it up! Last of the medium farms is going to be the beloved golden carrot, which will be such a hefty machine that I'll be powering it with a superhero of stress units. A steam engine. Steam engines use fluid tanks on top of blaze burners to make SU. You need to pump water into the tanks and make a system that'll fuel the blaze burner. For that, I'm going to choose to use a dripstone lava farm with some filtered funnels to allow a mechanical arm to cycle empty and full lava buckets through the farm. And you might have guessed that the golden part of the golden carrot is the reason we need such heavy machinery. Create lets us make a gold farm without those pesky piglins. Here, I'll let Audrey explain. Okay. I guess she's busy. Well, we could use a new machine called crushing wheels to crush cobblestone into gravel, and gravel into sand, and some useless byproducts that will drop into fire, and...
Oh, I got you again. You look so sad with the arrow sticking out of your head.
Okay. Back to the carrot farm. Jeez. I made sure to test the steam engine and it sprung to life wonderfully. Now I could place a hunting setup where the sand will come out, which will magically turn the sand into soul sand, which is the key of the entire farm. I just need some stuff for my shulkers. No! Hey, why are we leaving these clips in? Anyways, when soul sand gets washed, it turns into quartz and small amounts of golden nuggets, which will feed into mechanical crafters with carrots that we're just gonna farm like normal. All that's left is the cobblestone farm, which definitely worked first try. I did not try to exploit the game a little bit, fail, have to tear it down, and then torch Audrey with lava. That didn't happen.
Uh-oh.
But at the end of the day, it's actually just a regular cobblestone generator with drills from the Create mod to break the cobblestone.
Pull
Mush.
the lever, Crunk. Ooh.
Yeah, baby, that's what we've been waiting for. Woo!
There it goes.
Oh, there it is. Ta-da! Automatic golden carrots.
Very nice. All right. Well, that was just a slight ramp in difficulty. What's been your favorite part so far? I still laugh watching Joseph kill the single rabbit mother with some berry bushes. Poor woman deserved better. Hey, I'm filming right now. Now we're tackling the insane difficulty farms, which are so beefy that each one will take multiple hours, multiple create processes, and multiple farms. Did you enjoy watching Joseph struggle with this golden carrot farm? Next, he decided to take on the golden apple farm, which, you know, only requires 9 times the amount of gold. He's gonna have a blast.
Knowing how difficult the golden apples would be, I decided to start from the end, with the auto crafters that would make the gapples, and the basin where the gold nuggets would be pressed into ingots. Although the gold farm would be similar to the carrots, I needed to add another module for speed, a system that'll make granite, crush it into red sand, and then wash that for tons of gold. I even used triple fan washing to keep things moving really fast, but boy does it make RPM routing a nightmare later on. The cobblestone farm here is actually the same, but I opt for a vertical crushing wheel setup to save on some space. And, that's my alarm for waking up. The cobblestone farm is actually the same here, but I opt for a vertical crushing wheel setup to save on some space, as the platform is getting really cramped. I even make sure to use the pink leaves to hold the water to keep Audrey's washing aesthetic intact. At some point, one of my crushing wheels just vanished, by the way, so don't play block game at 2 a.m. kids, you'll lose your mind. Insanity aside, it was time to get the sand processing and trashing system set up, and oh my god, these guys are so annoying. Hold on. Okay, anyways, just like the washing, we're gonna be using triple haunting to get some speed, and just look at that beautiful girl flying across the sunset. I just wonder what she's up to now.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm sure it's going great. On my side of things, we're about to get into advanced item routing. Hooray! You see, when the soul sand gets washed, it turns into a trace amount of gold and a bunch of quartz, and we need all those little bits to be sorted around. So I use a mechanical arm to distribute the quartz between a machine that combines it with cobblestone for diorite, and then combines it with diorite to get granite. And then we need to get the golden nuggets moved into the pressing basin to be turned into ingots. Now that we've got soul sand and red sand being made and washed, I need to add a trash filter for dead bushes, because red sand turns into them, which is just the world's most useful farm, I'll tell you. And now, with all the belts and fans and chutes and crushing wheels and tunnels and funnels and shafts and gearboxes and drills and crafters in place, we get to move on to the monumental task of hooking it all together. Remember, the fans must be spinning in the correct direction and all in the same direction, so keeping track of RPM is critical to a successful farm. So naturally, I just winged it and hope for the best. Honestly though, RPM routing is one of my favorite parts of the Create mod. It's kind of like a relaxing brain puzzle, trying to find shaft and cog connections that you can twist and use to hook everything together. I love to make machines that only have one input. It makes the whole thing just look so elegant and run so amazingly, and it's one of the reasons I love this mod so much. And there she is. But a farm this big needs a load of power, especially because I want to run this thing at maximum speed. So we're making a large steam engine to power this thing, and in order to save on space, we're building it underground, baby. This bad boy is going to be a 2x2 and use 4 lit blaze burners to produce a staggering 64,000 stress units for me to use. This beast needs a 6 cauldron dripstone lava farm to be sustained, and I even make sure to add a large buffer tank to help keep it from running out. We don't want overstressing. I use a standard machine to allow a mechanical arm to use and refill lava buckets to keep the blazy boys lit. We need to use a rotation speed controller to assure that all the cogs move fast enough to fuel the steam engine with enough water. I even used one of my favorite techniques of using mechanical pistons to push cogs into block spaces if they're not meant to be in, to keep things really tight and compact, and, you know, I didn't actually give myself that much room in the first place. We'll need to power the steam engine's power supply with 2 annoying water wheels, and once I verify everything works as intended, I fill the lava farm up and we get that lovely and familiar steam engine hiss. I hopped for a rotation speed controller to get things moving super fast, and now it's the part where the farm breaks, and I have to do last-minute filtering, repairs, and adjustments, the largest of which was that the quartz was getting trashed way too fast since I didn't buffer any. So I need to tear out the entire quartz routing system and add in a buffer chest to ensure that we don't run out of it way too fast. Once all that's finally working, it's time to power up the drills, which I hook into a redstone system that'll stop the cobblestone farm if the cobble chest fills up to avoid tossing items everywhere. Always add off switches to your cobblestone farms, kids, especially if you're on a server. I'm looking at you, Brain Cells members, add off switches. And after one last kerfuffle with the quartz not going where I wanted it to, it was finally time to route apples into the machine when a much-needed break presented itself quite explosively. Wow, I sure don't have a lot of vertical-facing power around here, do I? No. Are you f***ing kidding me? It's a lightning storm. You know what time it is. I have to mushroom. Yep, that's got channeling on it. Turn brown. Whoa! Let's see if I can hit these guys over here. See, this is why you have to play until it's 1 a.m. because thunderstorms only happen at 1 a.m. And you know what? Just for fun, any creepers around here? I want, yes. Oh, yes. You know what I want, babe? I want some decoration. 2 creepers, some zombies. Let's get a skeleton. Let's get a skeleton in the mix, all right? Let's get a skeleton. Come here, Mr. Skeleton. Come here. Charge creeper, one of my favorite mobs in the game, Janet. Don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. Come on, please. Man, that does a lot of damage. Yes, it worked! Whoops, that just made another one. It makes a really fun sound. I actually have never heard that sound before. Double creeper escapade. There you go. Whoa, huh? Where's the creeper head? It got a zombie. Are you kidding me? It whipped a zombie. No! I hate you. Well, after failing to obtain a creeper's head, stupid weather, I at least managed to get the mechanical arms to split the apples between the golden apples and the regular apple storage, and one last little touch up to the weighted ejectors. Well, I'll let 2 a.m. JoJo summarize the farm. Oh, there we go. There's one crafting. Beautiful. Look at that. Oh, I'm rich. Look at that. Infinite.
Cake is one of the most well-known Minecraft foods and is actually completely iconic to the Create mod, except it's not actually a food. Cake isn't required for the well-balanced diet achievement, unlike every single other food farm we're making. Naturally, I dedicated a lot of hours to this completely unnecessary but beloved food. Though Mojang was definitely upset by my attempts to correct them. Our server crashed a few times while working on this farm, but I persevered. I stacked my wheat and sugarcane farms on top of each other for space, and I used belts to fling wheat into the millstone. The millstone turns wheat into wheat flour, and once washed, that'll become the dough we need for our cake recipe given by Create. But I'm gonna be fully honest with you about this next part. In case Chain Drives and me, we don't get along. The amount of time I spent fiddling and futzing and absolutely sucking at getting these things to work is embarrassing. Even the ponder menu wasn't helping, and I tore it all down anyways, so it's like it never even happened. I compacted the washing process, and Joseph was kind enough to lend moral support in the form of aerial combat. After that loving conversation, I filtered the unneeded seeds I got from both wheat farm and millstone and set up power to my washing fan. I had zero trust in both myself and the Create mod, so I tested the wheat flour would actually wash, and wouldn't you know, success, woohoo! I also now had the dough I needed to set my brass filter, and then I fought with the encased chain drives for a while longer, but look at that wheat go! Woo! Sugarcane was also getting processed with the millstone, and because I am very fluent and very experienced with the Create mod, I'm absolutely not going to tear down these belts and my method of moving the sugarcane around later. And now I was finally in a good spot to understand where my auto crafters needed to go, and thankfully Joseph came and condensed things down for me, wonderful YouTuber boyfriend that he is. Look how handsome he is fixing my builds. He was able to hook the dough chest straight into the auto crafter, which is awesome because it means one less thing I had to worry about with my mechanical arm. A quick spoiler, if you aren't sure how mechanical crafters work, neither do I apparently. With my sugar and dough sorted, I whipped up an egg farm as simple as a hopper in a depot and moved on to the milk bucket, and everything went really great with the milk setup. Herded the cow, got the deployer set up, I just needed a milk bucket to set a filter. And yeah, that's 15 minutes I'll never ever get back. I don't like dealing with entities. Why do so many of these farms require dealing with entities? Mojang, fix your game! Anyways, I had all the pieces my cake recipe needed. Dear God, I just needed the mechanical arm to do what I was asking. And then I thought maybe I'd get these encased chain drives to work, but they hate me and I hate them. time, so I used a water wheel because water wheels love me and will never abandon me. I struggled with these auto crafters and mechanical arms so much that I tested if the recipe worked manually. And golly gee, of course it does. So what was my problem? Brass funnels. Those were my problem. Mojang! So, with everything powered, sorted, and filtered, my super cool, awesome, necessary cake farm was completed. Success, triumph, victory. I beat you, mechanical arm. I beat you. I won. I get unlimited cake, and you get to work for me forever.
Okay, things are getting intense here, and I mean, these are the insane difficulty farms, but I figured I'd relax by making rabbit stew. No, oh God, what is this recipe? Why is this recipe? Well, first things first, the rabbits are on the outside of the platform, which is kind of an issue because the carrots and baked potatoes are on the inside. If I could just switch where the pigs and the rabbits are. So, I had an idea. The Rabbit Recombobulator 5000. A giant glass tube powered by fans that'll suck the rabbits into the right spot or kill all of them. I'm not really sure, but first I gotta get the pigs out of their pen and oh my God! Okay, that worked, save for that one guy who got lit on fire. But hey, the pigs are kind of easy to move, if not one of God's most annoying tests of patience. But once the pink piggies were all penned up, it was time to test the Rabbit Recombobulator. Oh, that went perfectly! Oh, they're dying. Oh, well, it went mostly perfectly. Okay, hold on. Okay, mechanical piston. I need a mechanical piston. I just do this, and then I grab the crank off of this deployer. Please work. Mostly yes. That got a bunch of rabbits in. Yes. That actually worked. I just have to kill the excess rabbits. And after a small amount of rabbit assassination, it was time to lead the pigs into their new area. No, not me, the pigs. And boy, howdy, do I hate these mindless pork-filled creeper wannabes. Just go in the hole. I will never, ever get that half hour of my life back. But with the animals finally in the right spot, we could get on with one of the worst foods in Minecraft. First thing was to get a system down that would split the cooked rabbit between the stew machine and storage, which I used a brass funnel facing into a weighted ejector and belt for. Weighted ejectors are really going to shine in this farm since they can move items long distances without needing much space at all. Like all stews, everything needs to end up in a mixer above a basin, and for this I'll use the ejectors to toss items into hoppers that surround the base. That way we can buffer the inputs and avoid having the ejectors tossing stuff on the floor. And it was really the same deal for the carrots and the baked potatoes. Belts spit the items between storage and stew, and ejectors toss the items into hoppers. I eventually placed chests down on top of the hoppers, which makes the farm run a bit more lag efficiently since the ejectors will stop tossing if they target a funnel into an inventory that's full instead of just dumping the items on top of the hoppers like they would have. We still need to input bowls and mushrooms and have a side left to output, so I place a hopper on top of the basin that'll eventually feed mushrooms and make a chute system to push items upwards for the bowls. Yeah, upwards. Even though chutes normally pull items, if they have a fan connected to them that's blowing upwards, they become an air funnel that pushes items up, like a bubble column. Now it was time for a mushroom farm, which is the only farm we didn't already have. It's a bit tricky, but I was able to make a silly-looking contraption that uses a saw spinning in place to cut down the mushroom trees and a deployer to replant the mushrooms it collects, with another deployer bone kneeling to place mushroom, since mushroom trees don't grow naturally, even though I think they really should. And for my good work, I was rewarded with another thunderstorm and a chance at getting my beloved creeper heads. God, I love charged creepers. But I'm also trying to tame this cat here. Please tame, please tame, please tame. Yes! And after that fun, it was time to power the mixer, and finally we had an infinite amount of one of the game's worst foods. But the worst food, in my opinion, is chorus fruit. Not only does this purple, pus-filled sack sport the second worst food value, but it also actively makes RNG-based attempts on your life when you eat it. But its worst sin is how shockingly miserable it is to farm. The only way to get chorus flowers is to break them directly, but the stupid things grow completely erratically unless you build these ugly-looking enclosures around them that force them to grow upwards. The farm seems simple. Place deployers above the stalks and fill their hands with items so that they'll break blocks when set to attack mode. Connect them all together and glue them to make a contraption that can be pushed up and down to move the deployers, and then water spills all over your redstone timing circuit. It goes over and over again, and the chorus flowers just break, and the storage interfaces just want to make out instead of making items. I couldn't even do it on my own. I had to ask for help, but finally I came up with this. There we go. Endless chorus fruit. What am I doing with my life? Oh, well, also, we actually passed day 200 while I built this. That was cool.
Now, while Joseph has been making these insanely difficult farms, I've been up to something useful, I promise. It did look like I had just been messing up minecarts in another clip, but Crate adds a really cool feature we're planning on utilizing. With a cart assembler, you can move mob spawners. The holy grail of functions. Oh my god, what an amazing thing that Crate mod adds. This was essential for our farms because we needed spider eyes and rotten flesh. I was able to find both zombie and spider spawners, pick them up with a cart assembler, and send them off to Joseph back home via some rails. All he had to do now was make the chamber.
Now, I'd had the idea of this being in the center of the platform, as this massive monolith of the insane difficulty farms. So I tore down the beacon to fit in the farm and then started to prep the spawners that Audrey brought over. I wanted to stack them on top of one another so we could have one farm for both rotten flesh and spider eyes. And it was after I moved them into the farm that I realized it was hideously ugly. It was just a giant tough box in the middle of the platform. Kind of ruined the view. So back comes the beacon and down goes the horrible farm, and I decided to build it under the platform, and you know what that means. So many drowned. After clearing out a ton of water, we had a big space to fit the spawners and their spawns in, and it was time to prep the collection system. The farm needs to kill the mobs as a player kill to get the spider eyes, and thankfully, deployers are actually fake players. They're extensions of you. So when they're set to attack mode, they'll get player drops when they kill mobs. To get the drops out, you need to pull them out with hoppers, funnels, or chutes, and I opt for smart chutes here since we'll be putting axes in the deployer's hands, so we need to filter the output so the axes don't get removed as well. From there, I make a system that'll bring the items up to the surface using the fan and shoots method, and using some lava and another smart chute, I make a system that'll filter out any drops that aren't string, flesh, or eyes. Routing power into all of this was a nightmare under the water. More drowned assailed me, and building underwater was just a pain. At least create components, don't break in the water like redstone does, and my suffering did result in a lovely functional farm. For the deployers, I'm filling them with stone axes, since even though deployers count as players, mending just doesn't work with them without add-ons, and we're playing vanilla create. So unenchanted it is, and stone axes do a load of damage and are easy to farm. It helps that deployers aren't affected by attack time either, so it only takes 2 or 3 swings to kill the zombies and spiders. And after making sure that no mobs will get stuck on the spawners, it looks like we've got ourselves a massive success, and the flesh and eyes are just rolling in. Delicious.
Well, I think those insane difficulty farms lived up to their name. I think the Gora's farm took something away from Joseph to make it, actually. And did you see those weighted ejectors flinging around baked potatoes and everything for rabbit stew? What a goofy and useful item, and it's probably my favorite thing that Crate adds. I set up a few on the far ends of our base, and oh my god, I am never using rockets again if I don't have to. These were so fun. I highly recommend you implementing these in your worlds. What kind of builds would you use them for? It made the back and forth from platform to our storage area really fun, and these next 2 farms flew by. These are the last farms, and we call them the impossible difficulty tier. Because, yeah, well, they're impossible. You can't actually farm these, at least not completely. How are we gonna get enchanted golden apples? And why does it require the warden from the Bible? It was the most fun I've had yet. Please stick around to see it. So here comes our first impossible farm, suspicious stew. Whoa, wait, I hear you say. That's just a flower and a brown mushroom. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. And of the 9 types of suspicious stew you can get, you're able to get all of them at flower farms, except for the lily of the valley, who is clearly much too good for this world to be summoned on a whim by some bone meal. She's a baddie for that, and I respect it. Also, we had 0 desire to make 9 flower farms, so we chose 1 flower, the wither rose. Step 1, set up a brown mushroom in a little habitat. Luckily, we'd already gotten some ethically sourced. When a brown mushroom eats a flower, it'll only produce that flower's type of suspicious stew once. So to make this an automatic farm, we need 1 deployer feeding the mushroom a withering rose, and another deployer harvesting the stew with bowls. We'll put as many wither roses as we can get in a chest for the deployer to pull from, and that means getting the wither to kill a bunch of mobs. Joseph assured me baby chickens would do the job just fine, so once we had our skulls, we tossed a bunch of extra eggs in a wither chamber in the end. Turns out baby chickens don't create roses when killed. I guess Mojang doesn't like their players killing baby mobs or something? I don't know. Adult chickens it was. I stayed to babysit the mobs so that they would grow up, and Joseph went to farm 3 more skulls. Easy peasy. Except these chickens were filled with hate to transcend dimensions. Joseph was killed by a wither skeleton while AFK for mere moments. The death claimed nothing except his elytra. But still, we persevered. When we next summoned the wither, we did so with a vengeance. These chickens deserved it. The cost of an elytra is easily equivalent to a few wither roses, surely. We're the good guys here, enacting justice with a benevolent hand. And some explosions. 55 victims we took that day and made questionable soup out of, and this mushroom absolutely loves these flowers. So this was a good day.
And then I did the elytra walk of shame. Alright, now I just have to find an exit gateway. Oh, there's an exit gateway, though. I think I can throw the needle on this, fly right into it like a gamer, or I smash my face and die. I hit it. I'm God. I'm solved. Now on to the last food item in Minecraft. The enchanted golden apple. And it's an impossible tier item for a reason. It can't be crafted and nothing drops it. But that doesn't mean we can't automate it. If we could somehow make a machine that loots chests for us, we'd still be able to farm enchanted golden apples. But to pull it off, the machine we need requires 64 stacks of drills, which is gonna run us over 5,000 iron ingots and 15,000 blocks of andesite. You might expect it by now, but we can do that with Create. But it's not gonna be easy, and we're gonna need a ton of lava.
Thanks to Create, we can get lava very quickly. We'll just need an infinite pit of it, which is easier than it sounds. A hose pulley sucks out whatever liquid it's in, and since an infinite source is counted as 10,000 blocks, that's what we'll get. With 100 drills, I can place them face down in a 10 by 10 area, attach a rope pulley to them, and let them dig. No power required even. Water, go! Oh my god.
You didn't put chests on them!
Ah! Water, stop! Storage might be helpful though. There could be diamonds in that pit.
There's a skeleton!
How do you even see me, bro? Joseph will talk about how to get the lava in it later. For now, I went about flattening the area to make his life a bit easier.
And it really did. And now I'll be the first to admit that this is a weird farm. It uses a ton of quirks of Create's contraption system to generate cobblestone at insane rates. We place down a massive vault which can store hundreds of thousands of items and cover it in funnels and trapdoors. Funny enough, the funnels don't actually put anything inside of the vault, and the trapdoors are the thing that mines the cobblestone, but I don't really have enough time to explain why. All you have to know is cobblestone is life. The bulk of the farm is actually a ton of downwards fluid pumps that are waterlogged. They'll be pumping out flowing lava right onto their water, which will make cobblestone. It's actually a really clever design. The engine of this whole thing is this wonky double gantry box that stores and distributes all the cobblestone using the power of friendship or something, and once it's done, you get this absolute monstrosity. Hopefully it doesn't break.
Ready? Whoa.
Nope, it works. So to celebrate, Audrey and I started dogfighting. Hey! Hey, yo! Whoa! That would have hit me! Hey! Dogfighting. Boing!
Ah,
Okay, you get real on health now. I win. I don't want to. And after my great victory, it was time to prep the lava pit for filling. Hey, definitely don't fall down this hole, by the way.
I'm looking down.
Babe. Are you... God damn it! Why do you keep doing that? Why do you keep...
I meant to shift and I hit...
But then, why didn't you just leave with rockets?
Why
did you die from a cave?
I tried to land.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's
Really?
It did not jump off into the lava.
That's insane. I feel like I deserve to have my elytra burned.
Nope. All the items, you landed with the perfect velocity for all of your stuff. Just landed on the block you died on. Watching you careen into the pit and just... I'm looking down, Shrek. Boom!
That's, oh my god, that was like 60 copper blocks.
Whoa. Are you serious?
Yeah.
That was all our copper? Why did you have all of our copper on you?
I was gonna make the tanks and stuff.
We can't farm that without drowned. While Audrey went to restock us on copper, I began the iron farm part of this, which would consist of belts feeding a large array of crushing wheels cobblestone to turn it into gravel. A fan on the ground would wash and push the gravel towards two basins. One would collect it to turn it into andesite, and the other would hold the gravel until it was washed into iron. Although not using depots did mean there was going to be items on the ground, it also meant the washer could wash a theoretical infinite number of item stacks at a time. So even with one fan, this is actually a really fast farm. I added some finishing filters and item movers, and then it was time to fill the lava pit, which is actually really easy to do by making a layer of flowing lava on the top and just letting it flow all the way down. From there, I built another 2x2 steam engine to power this thing, which was way quicker to do because we had an infinite source of fuel right next door to us instead of needing a whole cauldron lava setup, and we were ready to fire this thing right up. Yes! Bottomless supply. All right. Yes! It works! The machine! Our first block of iron! Immediately!
Wow.
God, 3 blocks of iron. The machine! Oh my god, look at this.
It's been on for 60 seconds. That's excessive.
A little bit, right? Also, look at the andesite chest. Oh no! It just doesn't stop making andesite. I am quite proud of myself. And after only a few hours of AFK, we could now craft the 3,500 mechanical drills required to construct the Wardens Bane. Normally, Audrey and I would lay each block lovingly by hand, but you're insane if you think we're doing that next to the Warden from the Bible, so we opted to use a create feature that makes building these tedious things a little bit easier. Uploading to the server.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Yeah, it's like a straight shot right to it.
Oh, down there?
Yeah. I mean, I wish I wasn't looking at it.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Okay, bodacious. So, we have to line up the Wardens Bane. That's really
Immediately?
Actually. All I need to do is grab the X coordinate of the center of this. I hate where I am right now, actually.
Oh, it's crackly over here.
There's fire, yeah. Where are you?
I'm behind
Oh,
you.
Jesus, fire. We're gonna make it over there. This is the lineup. Oh, boy. This fella's gonna be really big. It's aligned, I think. Yep. That's aligned, I think. Place down the schematic cannon! Please!
There you go.
Oh, okay, we're good. I should back up this world.
Please?
Ready?
Yeah, I'm scared though. Ooh.
Yep. Look at, you can see the items arcing. This might take a bit. Oh shoot, we're running out of gunpowder. Oh my god, cracked. Oh my god, I made it back on one rocket. I made it back on one rocket.
That's
Here's
incredible.
my prize. Ha! One rocket punch. Whoop! It just ran out. I just filled it back up.
Nice.
Right at the end. Behold this absolute monstrosity. Feed it!
Great engines crawled across the ancient city, and in the midst was a huge machine, great as a forest tree, 100 blocks in length. Clattering on mighty rails, long had it been forging in the smithies of the deep dark, and its hideous head, forged of andesite alloy, was shaped in the likeness of a raging avalanche. On it, spells of ruin lay. Wardens Bane they named it in memory of the mace of the underworld of old. Great drills drew it, skulk surrounded it, and behind walked a cart assembler, and furnace minecart wielded it.
Boy, that edit certainly made that look epic. In reality, though, well, Audrey and I may have been a little scared.
Oh,
I'm warned.
where is he?
I don't know. I'm just running away. Run away from the drill. Oh, no. It missed a drill. We have to turn it back into blocks. Okay, that would have been a mistake. I'm collecting items.
Woo!
Run with me, Audrey. Okay, we're approaching the portal, which is very much like a game time moment. Man, this is terrifying. I really do.
Oh, it's...
Oh, yes, 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 we got one. We got two. We got two. It's automatic. Dual wielding enchanted golden apples, not a chest opened. Take that. Yep, that's a problem. That's a problem. Oh my
What?
god.
What?
Oh my god. Right under my feet. Oh my god, I summoned another one.
Oh, don't look at me. Look at him.
What do you mean? I'm not looking at you.
No, the warden.
What do you mean get him? Hey! Hey! Go to sleep.
Go to sleep. It's
Go to
bedtime,
sleep,
little
little
warden.
warden. Go to sleep. There. Oh, nappy
There we
time
go.
warden. Okay.
So sleepy.
So sleep. Yeah, such an eepy boy. I don't think we should patronize the warden. It's ran out of coal. And actually, I think it's ran out of Ancient City. Yeah. We did it!
Woo!
We farmed golden apples!
Woo!
Now, even though the food has been farmed, we're not done yet. We promised a delivery train, and you're getting a delivery train. So I whipped up a loop and filled it with stations for the train to arrive at with sensors to make redstone signals for when the train was close. Then it was time to somehow make every farm on the platform link up to the train, and I chose to use a heinous amount of weighted ejectors. The plan being that each output chest would get a locked brass funnel attached to it, set to drop exactly 2 items, one for Audrey and one for me. When the train rolls by, the train detectors will cause the funnels to unlock for just long enough to drop one package of items onto the weighted ejector in front of them, and after that, well, I could yap more, I could just let Live Jojo give a bit of a presentation here. But would you like a demonstration?
I would absolutely love a demonstration.
When I flick this repeater,
Okay.
you are going to see every single one of these farms will spit
Oh,
out
I see all the redstone signal things.
all the redstone signals, all these.
Okay.
They're going, you
okay,
ready?
I'm ready.
Wow!
That is so
Is that not the
cool.
coolest thing?
I love watching that.
Yeah.
That looks so silly.
All I have to do is all of that 3
For-
more times.
Oh.
And I'll spare you the next few hours of my life, but you don't get saved from watching just how long it took me to create the train schedule for it to follow. Yep. Just look at it. This is how long it took. There's a half hour in real life of clicking and dragging in spreadsheets. But once it was done, Audrey had decorated the train with pixel art of Minecraft's most beautiful fruit, and it was time to give the train its first real test, which went amazingly and had no issues. Test 1.
Test 1, here we go. Ooh. Okay. Oh.
No kiss is occurring.
Ooh. Is it too far?
It's 2 blocks away. It's 3 blocks away. Every single weighted ejector is keyed to the position of this.
What if you can you just like add a popper?
I could.
2:14 a.m. problem solving.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna fit. Oh. Oh, it went everywhere. Oh. And now, after 70 real-life hours, behold the fruits of our labor. Every food item in Minecraft automated. Well, I'm hungry, and now we have every food item in the game. So what's there left to do?
Tier list. And we're not going to be ranking these based off of their hunger values and saturation they have in game. We're going to rank them based off how we think they taste.
So we have this lovely sushi belt setup that has our items from worst to best.
And a little golden apple front and center for decoration. And, you know, the big one.
And we immediately disagree on what is the worst item.
I don't want prions.
I just feel like potatoes take so much to rot. Because potatoes don't rot, okay? Potatoes don't mold.
I've seen that looking potato in your mother's pantry.
I have too, and that's why I think it would taste the worst. Bottoms up. Oh, yep.
Pufferfish. and
Here's
rotten
where I
flesh.
put rotten flesh. I would rather eat the rotten flesh of a person than a pufferfish because of the neurotoxins.
So you would rather, like, take the skin off of, like, an infected cut.
Not an infected cut.
It's
a dead
rotten
person.
flesh.
Rotting flesh of a dead person. I would eat the flesh of a dead person before I would eat a raw pufferfish because I would survive.
I think you just hate fish. Oh, my screen's all wobbly.
Yep, you got nausea.
Oh, no, it's gonna kill me.
It's poison.
Golden apple, save me.
Golden apple save me. Wait, where's your raw potato? Hold on. You're ranking a raw potato higher than raw fish?
Something happened here, I think.
You
Done.
put your stuff on wrong?
I think I may have put this one on in this section on in the wrong order.
Babe, the security arrived at the sushi store.
They're here to kick us out. We haven't paid our bill.
We're not done eating yet, guys. Okay, so now that you fixed it,
Excuse me. Sorry.
golden carrot worse than raw potato?
Raw carrot covered in metal.
Have you ever had a raw potato?
Here's the thing. I don't like carrots. I don't like metal. Maybe you like metal. Sorry.
Please don't punch me.
Sorry,
I'm so
that was an
low.
accident.
Golden apple, really? You think the magical fruit?
Again, a food covered in metal.
It's magic fruit.
Covered in no, this one's just an apple covered in gold.
No, in my head, it's magical fruit. Look how magical and sparkly you are. I can't believe you put the enchanted golden apple below chorus fruit.
Here's the thing.
Below a raw potato. Magical fruit below a
thing.
raw potato.
Here's the thing.
You can't just eat. Get him. World star. World star. World star. Get him. And then I have chorus fruit here. I think chorus fruit would be tasty. I think it would be interesting and weird, you know? I'm going to stand all these, though. I think it'd be interesting and weird.
Oh.
I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be a fun experience.
I think it'd be nauseating. Like
I think you and I agree on beats,
Beats.
though.
Beets and beet stew.
I think beets would be fine, and a beet stew would be better than just a beet, you know?
Yeah, because it's a stew. It's heartier.
Yeah.
Let's
I
see.
believe golden apples would taste fantastic. I think they are a magical fruit with magical properties, and just because they're made with gold does not mean that they are a gold-plated apple. It's shiny, it's delicious. We made our train, literally our beautiful train, we made it out of the golden apple.
It's iconic. However,
it
in the
deserves-
real life, rather than block game, metal
I
fruit.
think in real life it'd be delicious.
Metal fruit.
I have to drop my hunger for these last few deliciousnesses.
Deliciousnesses. So juicy, sweet.
I like that we agree on the presence of pumpkin pie as the third best item. I love pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie, delicious.
Listen, I have pumpkin pie with my whipped cream. I'm that kind of person,
Yeah.
you know? Good old chocolate chip cookie.
Girl chocolate chip cookie.
I'm not a big fan of chocolate chip, so it's not like my first. Oh.
Congrats. Congrats. I think cake is very much up there.
Absolutely.
But I do not agree that it's the best item in the game. I believe the magicalest of all the fruit. It shines. You have to dig through the depths in musty old caverns and caves.
It's not
in
about blocking.
Dusty old
It's
caves.
not about blocking.
I would eat a golden apple in real life if it glowed and I found it in a cave. Woo! A balanced diet. Well, that took 70 hours in real life.